What's up, Aces? Long time no see. It's your girl, Aysia, so welcome back to a new video. What's up, y'all? So I know it's been a long time since we had like a girl chit chat video, and I just kind of wanted to bring those back because I love that about my channel is that I get to sit here and talk to you guys and get your thoughts. And I've been really thinking about like my journey with content creating and making YouTube videos and TikToks, and I kind of want to discuss why your circle matters, or choosing the circle that you have matters. And I think that's a beautiful video to talk about because, you know, I never credit myself for where I get. I always say it's the people who support me and push me to get where I am today. I wouldn't be doing half the stuff if it wasn't for my circle and the people that support me. I've talked about them in previous videos, like my graduation video, how they supported me through that. But my circle has always been very tight knit, even before it became tight knit. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the bell notification. You know what the next video is, and let us get into this chit chat. Why I think it's important on what circle you choose matters. Well, let's start with this. My views on friendship has drastically changed over the last few courses of the years. I used to be, like, I still kind of am a big-hearted person. Like, I still care about a lot of people, and I still have, like, an open heart, and I still have, like, I wish for the best in people. But I also have, like, this thinking in my head that, like, you know, I feel like back in my past years of life when I was younger, I would let anyone into my circle. You know, any person who had love for me, who seemed like they showed that they care, I would let them be in my circle. And that was kind of like a hard part for me, and like learning who I was, because that meant that I was allowing people to just do what they wanted with me or choose what they wanted from me. And it was hard because, you know, you don't ever want people to misuse you or take your judgment for weakness or take your love for weakness. But that's transparently, that's who I was. Like, I was very much the person who would go above and beyond for people, even if they weren't going for me. I would be the person who was always showing up for people, and I didn't show up for myself. And that's who I used to be. I mean, I still sort of am that today, but I'm to an extent, like, I know where my boundaries are and how I choose to show up for people in different ways. I think why this conversation is important is because, I don't know, I feel like now in 2026, people don't talk about or recognize what their circles do for them. I always tell people all the time, like, hey, I wouldn't be where I am without you. Like, I wouldn't be posting, I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. Even before content, even before camera, even before TikTok and YouTube, I would never be the person that I am today without you. And I love to tell people that, and people's like, no, you did it on your own. No, we did it. Like, I might have did it on my own, but I wouldn't be doing it unless you pushed me. Having a certain group of people that always gonna push you regardless of what the situation may be, whatever the situation can be, is important, because, like, sometimes you don't have the support at home to do it. Sometimes you don't have the support or the allowability from your family or the approval from your family to do it. And I will say, like, coming from my home, like, I always had to ask for approval for things. Like, even when I was younger and I didn't have the money to handle half the stuff on my own, it was other people doing for me. So, like, anytime something would happen, you know, it was me asking for approval. I always had to ask approval to do something or to move forward with something. And yes, that was kind of annoying. It was so annoying. But I think realistically, like, that's just something that you have to learn. And I know that's a whole different topic for a whole different videos, figuring out how to allow to speak for yourself, or ignoring attention seeking approval or validation. That's a whole different conversation for me. That's a whole different conversation. But if y'all want that, I could do that video. I don't know, back when I was younger, I really kept wide circles. Like, I would have different circle groups. I thought people had their best interest at heart in me. I think where it changed for me as a person was once I got past my junior year of college. I think it changed. I think after my bachelor's degree, I was ready to graduate. I was done. I was tired. And I think it's because in the end of bachelor degree, besides the bachelor degree itself, like in my social life, I lost everything. Left with a few people that I do care about to this day, and we still talk. But at the end of the day, when I graduated, I left with a lot of things done or loose, or it was drama that happened that I was trying to protect someone else. And that's another thing, is that I would try to protect other people before I put myself. That's where I started to become not as much as open for people to come into my circle. Yes, from when I graduated in 2022, there was people that entered, but are no longer here no more because of situations that happened. But I found it harder to let people in after that, because I just felt like, well, if I'm going to lose everything, why would I start to lose everything now? Why would I start trusting people now if I'm going to lose everything right now? Like, why would I do that to myself? I think now in 2026 is what I'm starting to realize, is that every single person who plays a part of my life is important to me. I've always had this philosophy that I'm just bits and pieces of the people who I'm friends with. I still have a lot of learning to go, and my friends, my close friends know this. I have a lot of stuff to learn, and I have a lot of stuff to do, to work out in my life and to work on. Without no doubt, I'm not perfect. I am not perfect. I don't have it put together or figured out. But I think why my circle is so important is because they're such amazing people. Like, I know I can go to these group of people and know that they will always have my best interest at heart, even if it's the tough conversations. And like, they inspire me. Like, they might not do what I do, but what they do in their lives are so cool. I have small business owners, I have mothers, I have healthcare, I have people that work in education system. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in my group. Entrepreneurs, just a lot of things going on in my group. Photographers, videographers, all content creators. And I just think my group is so cool because no matter how crazy my idea might get, I started content because, I told my best friend she should do teacher content. I told her that, and she was like, "Well, okay, cool, I'll do it. I'll let the videos come out the drafts, but you got to do it too." And I was like, well, what am I going to talk about? what am I going to post? I don't know what to post. What am I supposed to post? And when when she challenged you, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it, fine, just so you can do it. But even the craziest things that I'm doing to this date, I'm getting pushed by my friends. I'm getting pushed to do the better things for myself, to try stuff new, to push myself to be outside my comfort zone. Because that's a whole other video, is like my dressing over the years, is that when I was younger, I didn't have control of what I was wearing. I was bought clothes and I just had to wear what I wear. So when I was younger, I wouldn't say conservative. I would say that as a plus size girl, you know how people expect you to cover your body parts up because you're not supposed to show too much skin or too much fat or whatever the case may be. So they want you to cover up. But as an older adult with my own money, I always try to make sure that I step out my comfort zone. And my friends always there to ensure that I'm doing okay. Like, it's fine. You don't have to worry about, people judging you for doing something crazy. Like you don't have to be judged for that. I saw this TikTok a few months ago, and maybe I can find it, and maybe I'll start and I can find the creator, because I don't want to take his idea. He was like, you should treat your circle like a board of directors. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, so friend groups need to start following the structure of production companies. So what I mean by that is every friend group needs an event producer. So if I want to do some, go out on a vacation, plan some, we need somebody that's going to make Excel sheets, fucking documents, send it out to the group, make sure everybody's structured, itinerary pre and all that. Friend groups also need stylists. Make sure everybody, homegirls, homeboys, whatever, ain't coming out in no bullshit, you feel me? Checking them before they get out the door, making sure their collar is not messed up on the picture, you feel me? These are very pivotal parts of a production company in which it translates to friend groups, because, like, everybody needs to play their role, you feel me? I'm the creative director of my group, so I'm making sure everything is feed, everything is curated, you feel me? Everything is on with our brand, you see what I'm saying? It's not about the friend group anymore, it's a brand.
You should have like a board of directors, like, this person is this for this. You should treat them like they're your team, I feel like the people that I started with will be on my team. Why? Because those people will consistently make me humble, and they'll keep me reminded of where I started. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna remember where I started, but I will always want a good team around me that knew who I was before all of this. Like, the reason why I picked up upgrading all my stuff because I had a conversation with my best friend's husband. I didn't have that conversation with him, none of this would be even here. And I think that's what's the exciting part, is that even if I don't have time, or me and my friend doesn't have time to talk, like if there's a gap of time missing, we should be able to just pick up like that, and like no time is left, because we obviously are busy. Like, we're adults. I'm 26. My friends are mostly 26, 25, 26, about to be 26. And we're all busy. We got lives. Some people have marriages and kids. Some people are working full time. Some people work 12-hour shifts. Yada, yada, yada. Some people are younger than me, are still learning life. That's reality. Like, people expect people to always be there, pick up the phone when you need to. You shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to pick up the phone every time. You should be able to catch up like nothing's lost, because that's life. That's reality. You never know what's happening, what's going on in someone's life. And then you have to always be open to make sure they're okay, you know? And that's even for my younger friends in my circle, because my younger friends are still figuring out their 20-somethings. I might be getting closer to 30, but I also don't have it figured out. But I can help them for what I know worked for me. Even if I didn't have the right answers to begin with, I can always help them, you know what I'm saying? So I think what I'm starting to realize is, like, in the back of my head, I've been thinking, as I've been hitting milestones and doing stuff and working on stuff, that, like, I love my people. Like, I love it's my chosen family. My chosen family is important to me. I always have to make time for them, because I feel like that's my family. That is who I do this for. I do this for y'all, the Ayces. I do this for y'all, but I also do it for them, because they pushed me to be here. And I would not be yapping like this if they was like, Aysia, you gotta do it. You can do it. You know, I have amazing people. I'm so grateful and blessed to know every single one of them and still have them in my life. Some I've had for 13 plus years, some I've only had for like 5, but that just doesn't matter. Like, it's a beautiful thing where I can just be like, hey, you want to do something crazy? Hey, you want to go to this? Hey, I need advice. Or I'm boohoo crying on the phone because I'm going through something bad. Or, you know, hey, I'm thinking about doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, when you have those people that you can pick up the phone and call and be like, hey, is this a crazy idea? You are extremely blessed. You're extremely blessed. Like, it's not, because, like, the person I used to talk to about, like, life, my dad is not here no more. So I can't have that conversation. I can't have these conversations with him no more. Or will he understand, like, what I want to do in my future? I can't have the conversation with my mom, because my mom she doesn't understand what it's like to be, I mean, she does, but she don't understand what it's like to be 26 and 2026. Like, she doesn't understand it, or what's going on, and for a girl who's been through some trauma and don't realize that your daughter's been through trauma. It's a lot. I feel like advice for the circle, or choosing your circle, is always knowing who is going to be there for you despite all the hard times, despite all the difficult moments that you could actually go through. There are times where you're going to be challenged in life, right? And it's the people who get through the ugly with you to get to the better. You know what I'm saying? Who choose you every time. Like, they could easily be like, oh, I'm done messing with you, or you're too much. Like, those people are not for you. Choose the people who will give you the tough love, who will tell you right from wrong, keep you accountable, and they will weather the storm with you. You have to choose those people, because those people, they're going to keep you sane. They're going to keep you humble. They're going to remind you who you are when you forget. And sometimes they'll love you more than you love yourself at the time. They'll love you more than you love yourself. And that's truth. Like, there'll be times where I feel bad about myself. And even when I can't love myself, they love me more. being honest and transparent with your circle, and then when it's time to weed out the bad ones, I won't say like, coming from a person who has a hard time removing people in their life, I won't say just, you know, cut everyone off, because that's not. Sometimes friendship breakups are harder than like real life relationship breakups, right? But I would say like, if you're gonna keep someone in your life, create boundaries if they're not good for you. If you want to keep this person a part of your life, create the boundary. I can only do this much for you. After that, I can't be fooled with you. So create a boundary if you plan on keeping this person in your life, but also know that there are better people that can better service you also in this situation. You should at least know that, hey, these are the people that I can go to, and I know that this will be okay. Like, you should know that. Once you figure that out, you're not gonna want more people in. You're not gonna want to trust more people in that circle. You're only gonna want to keep it right there. And that's why I'm so tight-knit with mine, because no one goes in and out no more. I'm at the age where like meeting new people is not bad, but also like I have a good enough system of people that I don't need anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to add more people to a group that's already amazing. At this age, because I know who my core is, who makes me, I don't know if I would want to add anyone and disrupt that balance. But yeah, so I just wanted to have that conversation and be transparent. I know people are trying to figure out the 20-somethings and feeling like they are outgrowing their friends, need new friends, trying to figure out that circle situation, what makes them click like this. I would say take your time, notice what you need and what you're getting from other people, but also realize that you are what you you are what you bring into your atmosphere, right? So if you're bringing negativity, you're gonna have negativity in your life. If you're gonna bring a group of people that support you up and down who you are, that's what you're gonna get. Whatever you bring around you is gonna be a reflection of you. So you just have to think about that. Like, how do I wanna carry myself when I get older? How do I wanna represent myself when I get older? And I think that's just some things you just have to think about. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the bell notification on the next video. And I will see y'all guys in another chit chat. Bye!